parsha opens up the story of the death of Sara and the subsequent story of how her husband Abraham was able to secure a burial site for her in Hebron, and how he purchased the property, and the way how the whole transaction went down. But what's very interesting, and this is what Rashi points out in the first verse of this week's parsha, is how the Torah describes her age. She was 100 years, and she was 20 years, and she was 7 years. It doesn't say she was 127. And there's been different approaches and perspectives why the Torah addresses her age in such a bizarre way. And I think one of the lessons that we have to take out is that we have different stages of life. You know, kids are born, they're infants, and then they go to school, and then they go to middle school, high school, college, and they become adults, have kids on their own. And many times we both look forward and backwards in many times unhelpful ways. Sometimes we look forward, if only I get to the next stage. If I only get to college, if I only go ahead and get my job, if I only go ahead and wait till my kids graduate, if I only wait till my kids, find a shidduch and then they get married, if I only, and sometimes we look back also in unhelpful ways, and we say, I wish the circumstances would have been different, in the past. I wish things would have worked out in other ways. And sometimes we get caught up in the past, and sometimes we get too focused on the future as well. We have to remember that each stage of life is its own unique facet of life, and we can't really compare different aspects of our lives. In Pirkei Avos it says there's different ages, we focus on different things, we have different maturity levels throughout our lives. For example, a 40-year-old has bina, insight, a 50-year-old has eitzah, he has counsel, and so on and so forth. But it's very important to always be cognizant of the stage of life that you are in and try to maximize what you can accomplish in those stages. And that's what made Sara unique. Every single stage of life, when she was 100, it was 120, and so forth, and 7, and that what made her unique. She was able to go ahead and tap into every aspect of her life and make sure that she was growing from it at the very most. So folks, as we look at ourselves, and sometimes we get too stuck on the past or too concerned about the future, let us remember to take advantage of each and every step of our lives. Have a wonderful Shabbos.